Aliens have invaded Earth, and they're not here to play. No, they're here for our resources, our planet, and maybe even you. In this episode, I'm going to take you through what would happen during the first 48 hours of an alien invasion. Yeah, all the way from first contact to what the world looks like at the end of 2 days. And trust me, it's not going to be pretty. Or maybe it could be a beneficial relationship. Maybe these aliens would want to cooperate with us. Well, I guess we'll have to watch to find out. Hour 1. The first thing that would happen, even before the full-on invasion starts, would be us picking up an extraterrestrial signal from space. This would likely be detected by the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI. This is the organization constantly scanning the skies for sounds and signals out in the cosmos. Once a signal is found, the research team would determine whether or not it's coming from an alien source. They compare the signal to other natural sources found in space. Normally, the research team finds one of these signals and determines if it's something like a star or a pulsar or another celestial object. But this time, it's something very different. It's an entire alien race. Once the signal is confirmed to be aliens, the scientific community and world governments will be notified. The first nations to be alerted will be the United States, Russia, and China, since they all have space capabilities. At first, governments will try their best to keep this information secret. They know that the news of an alien invasion would mean absolute chaos for the world. But shortly after the discovery, it'll be clear they don't have a choice. Hour 5. Okay, things are moving fast. The aliens have now landed on Earth. Scientists have tried contacting them, but have received no response. Silence. What could they possibly want? And who are these alien creatures? Now, imagine if the aliens that attacked our planet weren't just powerful, but terrifying monsters with incredibly sharp hearing. They'd pinpoint the slightest sound to hunt and kill. Could we defend ourselves against something like that? Well, you don't need to imagine it, because that's precisely what you're up against in the new game A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. This single-player horror adventure is out now on Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox XS. And it drops you right into a world where one wrong noise could mean the end. Set over 100 days after these alien creatures have invaded, the game follows Alex Taylor, the protagonist who's trying to survive in this brutal, silent world. I like how they've built realistic stress into the story. Think about it. If society really broke down like this, any health issues you have would make things even more challenging. Alex, for example, has asthma, and she needs to use inhalers to breathe, which aren't known for being silent. That adds a whole new layer of danger. As Alex, you'll use your engineering skills and sonic expertise from your days as a music student to get through this world. But you need to stay as quiet as possible. These creatures are always listening. Make too much noise and it's game over. Here's the kicker. The game has a microphone noise detection feature. It picks up sound from your actual mic, so if you scream in real life, you're done in the game. So if you're ready to dive into a brand new, heart-pounding adventure inspired by A Quiet Place, well, click on the link in the description below. I haven't been able to put this thing down for hours since I started playing, but I probably should, because I've got some real aliens to deal with. The aliens may present themselves in any number of different ways. Maybe they're humanoid-looking, with big eyes and tall bodies, or maybe they look like nothing we've ever seen before. They've likely adapted to whatever alien environment they've evolved in and become creatures we can't even imagine. Another theory? Maybe these aliens aren't organic at all, but are instead artificial intelligence. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think this theory might ring true. After all, engineering this kind of advanced space travel would take a ton of time, effort, and brain power, something AI happens to be really good at. AI aliens also wouldn't have to worry about the limits that organic life might have. For example, they wouldn't have to worry about whether a planet has the perfect conditions for life like we humans do. They could travel to any old barren planet, harvest it for what it's worth, and move on to the next one. But how would they get here? Well, since we've never seen aliens in our galaxies before this, it's safe to say that this civilization has warp drive technology. They're likely from a star system several light years away. The only way they could get here is with a spaceship that travels faster than light. Okay, but that's not important right now. The aliens are here, hovering right at our doorstep. What's their plan? What happens if they're here to take over? Hour 10. All right, now instead of this being an innocent little alien discovery, it seems that this intergalactic civilization is here to attack Earth. But why? Well, it could be for a number of reasons. Earth is a rich planet with tons of resources, from minerals to fossil fuels and, of course, water. Maybe the aliens are here to harvest that. Or maybe they're simply looking to expand their empire. After all, Earth is a pretty rare and special place. It's one of the only true habitable planets that we know of. These aliens might want to try building up a new race of humans. The aliens would start their attack using whatever spaceships they came with. These would likely be equipped with some advanced alien tech, stuff we haven't even dreamed about. The various military powers of the world would do their best to fight back. They might try fighting the aliens with advanced jets in the sky, but likely there'd be no chance for us humans here. The aliens might have laser beams, nanotechnology, or antimatter bombs. Even though our militaries have had some training for situations like this in the past, it wouldn't be enough. Our technology just isn't nearly as advanced. Our militaries don't stand a chance. Sorry, United States, even with $1 trillion annual military budget, you still can't beat space lasers. Even as we try our best to fight back, complete panic will have taken over on Earth. Governments will be scrambling to think of a plan, and everyone else will be preparing for what's to come. Hour 12. Every single military force in the world has now joined forces to fight off the aliens. Things are looking desperate. Extreme measures like nuclear weapons are being considered, but governments are choosing to hold off on those until they have no other choice, because firing off nukes would mean catastrophe for all life on Earth. The aliens are attacking key infrastructure on our planet. Yeah, they're not just destroying every bright, shiny light or firing into crowds of people. Remember, this is an advanced civilization. They're calculated in this attack plan. They'd be going after our military bases, power grids, and transportation systems. In a matter of hours, the world would go completely dark. We'd have no means of communication, and our ability to fight back would be dwindling. Hour 24. Okay, it's been one full day since we made contact with the aliens. World powers have been doing their best to try to negotiate and communicate with them, but no luck. Civilians have been forced to evacuate every major city. They're racing to remote locations where they can hide out in hope of survival. And while civilians are trying to survive, scientists would be doing their best to reverse engineer any alien technology that they might be able to get their hands on. Maybe the aliens are using biological weapons to take us out. Well, scientists would be racing to create vaccines, preventative measures, or treatments. Hour 30. 30 hours into this invasion, the world's military efforts could be crushed. If the alien technology is so vastly superior, which we're assuming it is, our militaries wouldn't stand a chance. Key military locations like air bases and naval fleets would be destroyed or severely weakened. Our main hope now is guerrilla warfare by civilians. We'd need to fight back or protect ourselves with whatever weapons we have or could make. The people of the United States would be in better shape than most of the rest of the world. There are nearly 500 million privately owned firearms in the country, which hopefully would help them when it comes to fighting aliens. But for what's coming next, we might have no chance against it, no matter what weapons we have. But before we get to that, let's pause a second. let's take a step back and look at the possibility of an advanced alien race not being hostile. This doesn't have to be War of the Worlds, does it? Well, there are a couple of different theories. There's a good chance that a civilization this advanced would have had to evolve ethically and peacefully. Historically, societies with tons of conflict and war easily destroy themselves. So, for a society to get this far, it might be peaceful and not want to start a fight. Another theory is that aliens wouldn't be interested in or need Earth's resources. Depending on their needs, space is full of all sorts of different materials. Energy from stars, rare minerals found in asteroids. Earth might just be another planet with resources aliens could find elsewhere, so why go after us? And then there's the galactic zoo theory. Maybe aliens just want to observe us. We could be like a nature conservatory for the alien race. They want to watch and study us, but not interfere with our evolution or progress. Maybe over time they'd want to cooperate with us. But maybe none of that would happen. Maybe these aliens want to conquer us in order to prevent any kind of future destruction we might cause. Let's go back to our timeline. Hour 36. Okay, now things are getting really serious. With our governments destroyed, cities in peril, and all of society in chaos, the aliens are looking to execute the next phase of their plan. They're gonna terraform Earth, modify us. This could be done in a number of ways. The first thing they might do is alter our atmosphere. Depending on the aliens' needs, they might deploy nanobots to release various gases like methane, carbon dioxide, maybe even ammonia. This change in atmosphere might slowly kill all humans and other life on Earth. But before that happens, aliens might first geoengineer our planet. They could change the direction of the sun by using orbital mirrors, which could significantly affect Earth's temperature, either by making it too hot or too cold. For us, that is. The alien civilization might also want to change or manipulate our oceans. They could release various substances to change the salinity or acidity of the water. Changes like this would affect all marine life and likely all life on Earth. Next, the aliens are feeling even more destructive. They're starting to activate dormant volcanoes and create earthquakes all around the globe, either in an attempt to craft Earth the way they'd prefer to see it, or to get easy access to various resources. Hour 48. Okay, the aliens have officially taken us over. There's no going back. Society has completely collapsed. Billions of humans are still left, but our numbers will dwindle over time. And those of us that are still around are being used for genetic harvesting. The aliens are experimenting on us, testing our bodies and organs. They might also want to study our brains. They might use our memories or neurological capabilities for complex math equations or computing other kinds of information. Or maybe they'd just wipe us out in a matter of days, and Earth would be relegated to just being a brown rock floating in space. Okay, hopefully something like this never happens. Remember, this is all speculation. Like we explored a bit earlier, maybe these aliens could be our friends. Maybe they're a civilization that wants to join together and build an intergalactic community with us. You know, they might even be a Type 3 civilization from the future. But that sounds like a story for another What If.